Hi, good evening, children. I just woke up from a nap and also wanted to try out the special backgrounds which are available on Google Meet. And I thought today is a perfect opportunity because I wanted to make videos anyway for you all to revise over the weekend on Unit 6 and 12, the one which you're going to have a test on Monday, okay? So I thought I'd create some revision videos, learning videos for you. You've already done other lessons, but I'd like to revise it. So instead of spending a weekday lesson, I thought I'd do it over the weekends, prepare these videos so you could revise over each and every topic in your English grammar. And so right now, the video that I'm going to prepare is on Unit 6, Adjectives and Kinds of Adjectives. Okay, so let's just dive into the lesson I'm going to present. So right now you can see I am sitting and behind me is my villa, and maybe I'm in the south of France, who knows? But all I know is that I'm having a wonderful time. So let's go to adjectives. All right, here we go. Okay, children, you all know what adjectives are. You know that adjective is a describing word. It is used by in English grammar to describe a noun. A noun is anything that's the name, a person, a place, a thing, an animal is a noun. In fact, like I told you, you close your eyes, when you open it, you see everything around you has a name. Nouns are naming words, and anything that describes a noun is an adjective. Okay, and now there are so many different types of adjectives, and we're going to learn about 8 different types of adjectives. Okay, so so you already know about adjectives in the attributive sense, which are used attributively, and adjectives which are used in the predicate, okay, predicate part of the sentence. So when you put an adjective before a noun, okay, you're saying you're using that adjective, it's being used in an attributively, or it is in the attributive use. When the adjective appears after the noun, you're using it in it's in the predicative use. Okay, so don't forget that. For example, she is an intelligent girl. Now, girl is the noun. The adjective describing the girl comes before the girl, and it is used attributively. Okay, it is in the attributive use. Adjectives that are placed, like I told you, after the noun and the predicate part of the sentence is said to be in the predicative use. She is an intelligent girl is in the attributive use, where girl comes after the adjective. But now when I say the girl is intelligent, now I'm taking the adjective intelligent and it's coming after the noun towards the end of the sentence. So it is in the predicative use, but still it is describing the girl. So like I told you, there are 8 different types of adjectives. There's adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, adjective of number, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, distributive adjective, a possessive adjective, and finally proper adjective. Okay, so we are going to learn about each different kind of adjective. So adjectives that describe a noun in the sense like what kind of noun it is, how is the noun physically, or how do you describe that noun, how it is, okay? In these cases, it's said to be adjective of quality. For example, if you take 2 pieces of cloth, you always want to know what quality is this cloth. So this is silk and this is cotton, for example. The word comes from there, the quality of something, okay? The kind of what kind it is and how it is, okay? So, for example, I have a fast car. How is your car? I mean, you got a new car, I heard. How is it? It is fast. It is a fast car, describing how the car is. I am hungry. How about you? How do you feel right now? I'm hungry. That's how I feel. I'm hungry. Okay, so that describes how I am. Okay, so these sort of adjectives which describe how the noun is or what kind it is are called adjectives of quality. I'm going to give you a lot of examples. And the children are happy. How are the children? Happy. The old man is wearing torn clothes. Here, I'm sure you would have noticed that the man is being described as old and the clothes are being described as torn. How are they? Man is old, clothes are torn. The little boy is naughty. There are two adjectives. The little boy, how is he? He is little and he is naughty. I have long hair. How's your hair? Or how is her hair? Long. Describes how the hair is. The villagers are angry. Okay. How are the villagers? I heard there was a lot of agitation after the elections. They're angry. How are they? They're angry. Angry villagers. Okay. So the children are happy. Adjective is happy and noun is children. The old man is wearing torn clothes. Adjective is old and torn. Old for the man and torn for the clothes. The little boy is naughty. Little and naughty is describing how the boy is. Okay. I have long hair describes how my hair is. Long. The villagers are angry describes how the villagers are. Angry. So that's adjective of quality. Okay. Now we're going to go to adjective of number. All right. Now it shows how many of the noun is there. Okay, how many? This happens only with countable nouns. For example, if I say take my hair, it is a countable noun, right? Because I can count it one by one, each strand of hair. You can count the number of computers in the office. You can count the number of rooms in your house. You can count the number of eyes you have, the number of trees in your garden. All these are countable nouns, and you can describe how many of them there are by using different words. For example, one is using numbers. Okay, numbers. Okay, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 oranges. How many oranges? 5. Okay, so also these are called cardinal numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also use ordinals, which has first, second, third, fourth, fifth, okay, to describe how many of the noun is there. So, for example, I have 30 rupees. How many rupees do you have? Rupees is the noun, and 30 tells you how many rupees you have. So, she has 75 sheep. Sheep is the noun. 75 is the cardinal number, which tells you how many sheep you have. It comes before the noun. So, adjective of number. How many students are waiting there to see me? There are a few students. Okay, I haven't counted them, but there are few. This is to say it in a more general way, but still describes how many of the noun are there. Then you have Rosa wrote several books. Actually, I don't know how many books she wrote, but she wrote several, I think. Several means not too many, but at least about 7 or 8, 10 maybe, okay, books. So it describes how many books she has written. How many children love these games? Most children love it. Okay, most of them love the games. Another way of describing uh, how many there are, but without knowing the actual number. I have many houses. Oh God, I am a landlord. I have so many houses. I don't even know how many I have. That's rich. Okay, so I have. How many houses do you have? You said again? Many houses. Many is an adjective of number and describes how many houses. Okay, so for countable nouns, the question we ask is how many? And we use ordinal numbers like I told you, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. There are 5 boys standing there in a row. The fifth boy is really intelligent. I'm going to just, okay, he's really intelligent. You use fifth before the noun. It is an ordinal number, and it is describing which, that is, out of these number of boys, the fifth one is intelligent. She's had her first baby in May. So when you hear first, it's the first child she ever had in May. Okay, so that is adjective of number, which describes how many of the noun. Okay, how many. Now you let's go to adjective of quantity. Okay, in adjective of quantity, we are taking a noun. We want to know how much of the noun, something that is measured. It is not counted in numbers. It's measured by weight or by the quantity of how much is there. Okay, so we use the question how much, and these are adjectives which describe nouns by asking the question how much. These are adjectives of quantity. So, and they are used for uncountable nouns. We have sand. You can count grains of sand, but you cannot say one sand, two sands, etc. Okay, you can count the cups of water, but not water. You can count the places where the fires have occurred, but you cannot say one fires, two fires, that way. And honey, you can't count it. Okay, you can't count milk. Okay, you can count the stars in the sky, one, two, three, four. Maybe you can't don't know the exact number, but you can still count it. All right. So we there are words which we use to describe such nouns which are uncountable. You use terms such as sufficient, insufficient, enough, whole, half, quarter, full, all. Okay, and you use what else? Little. Okay, and these words can be used before nouns which are uncountable. For example, he has little knowledge of computers. How much knowledge? You just hired this new guy. How much knowledge of computers does he have? You don't say how many knowledge, right? How much knowledge does he have? He has little knowledge, but he's very hardworking, so we want to employ him. Next. Uh, Certain words like water, knowledge, intelligence, honesty, okay, fire, honey, all abstract nouns are uncountable nouns. Okay, sky, bread, sugar, salt, sauce, etc. You can't count. Okay, you can just talk about the quantity, okay, or the amount or the of how much is there. Okay, so for example, Prema uses sufficient salt. How much salt does she put in her diet? Isn't she not supposed to have too much salt? No, 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 don't worry about Prema. She uses sufficient salt, not too much. Okay, so sufficient is the adjective of quantity which comes before the uncountable noun salt. He ate the whole bread. Hey, I had bought 2 loaves of bread. There's only one loaf here. What happened to the other loaf? He ate the whole bread. He ate it all. That describes how much of the bread he ate. He ate it, the whole bread. Okay? So, Maria ate half the apple. Okay? Hey, there's only half an apple lying on the table. I thought I'd put a full one. Maria ate half the apple. Okay? Half of the noun apple. So half describes how much of the apple was eaten. That is an adjective of quantity. We need to buy some coffee. I was dying to have a cup of coffee in the evening, but there's no coffee at all. Okay? We really need to buy some coffee. How much coffee do we need to buy? Some. She didn't eat much food. I'm worried about her. She's been eating very little food lately. She didn't eat. How much food did she eat today? Not much. Much describes the amount of food. You cannot say one food, two food. Okay. You can say one burger, one sandwich, one ear of corn, but you cannot say uh, you cannot say much corn. You cannot use much you cannot use certain words in front of uncountable nouns. Okay, but in front of food you have to use much. You cannot use one or two or three or whatever. How much time do we have to finish the exam? We don't have enough time. Uncountable noun, time. Okay, so we use enough. She worked hard all her life. How much of her life has she worked? All her life. Okay. The poor man did not have any money. How much money does he have? He doesn't have any money. Now, if I say how many rupees does he have? He's got 10 rupees with him. But how much money does he have? He doesn't have any money. Okay. She has insufficient medicine. Oh my God, I forgot to stock up the medicine box. How much medicine does she have remaining with her? She has insufficient medicine, not much. Okay. So as you can see, these words are placed before nouns, and they describe how much of that noun is there. Okay. So now we're going to go to the different adjective. Demonstrative adjective. These are a kind of referring to people, things, or places, or animals, by sort of pointing out to them by using words. Okay. So usually demonstrative adjectives are always, always, always followed by a noun. So the demonstrative adjectives are this, that, these, those. Okay, this, that, these, those are demonstrative adjectives along with words like such and certain. And they always come before a noun, don't forget it. So this, that, these, those, such, and certain. Okay, now we go to examples. Okay, now we're talking about this house. This is coming before the noun house, belongs to me. So because it is actually used before the noun, and like I told you, this, that, these, those, okay, are demonstrative adjectives. Now, supposing I say I didn't come ready for this. In that case, this is not a demonstrative adjective. It has to come before a noun. Okay. That person is waiting in line. It actually answers, demonstrative answers, which noun? Which person? That person. Which house? This house. Okay. So it answers the question which. Okay. I think these mangoes. Which mangoes? These ones. These mangoes are from Uti. Which books? Those books are his. Okay. So as you can see, these adjectives, this, that, these, those, such, and certain, they come before a noun always. I have no time for such people. Such is coming before people, and it describes which type of people? Such people. The boy faced certain victory. What kind of victory did he face? Okay. Maybe kind of victory. Maybe he would not be victorious. No, he faced certain victory. Demonstrative adjective. All right. Now we go to the next one, which is interrogative adjective. Oh, you know all the interrogative words. You have so many interrogative words. Most of them start with W. Why, who, when, which, where, whose, whom, how. Okay, all these words are used to ask questions. So similarly, interrogative adjectives are used to ask questions. But these interrogative words, when they are followed by a noun, then they are used as interrogative adjectives. Okay. All right. They should be followed by a noun or a pronoun. Okay. Who, no, not who. What way did he go? What is the adjective? Way is the noun. Okay. Then you can call it an interrogative adjective because you have used it to ask a question followed by a noun. So these words will not be considered as adjectives if a noun does not follow it after them. Okay. So supposing I say, what is it? What is the interrogative word, but it is not followed by a noun, and therefore you cannot call it an interrogative adjective. Now look at this. Whose bag is this? Whose is an interrogative word, and because it is followed immediately by a noun, it is used as an interrogative adjective. Okay. Which boy ate all the cake? Which interrogative word followed by the noun boy, and therefore it is an interrogative adjective. What time is the train leaving? The time is the noun. What is before the word time? Therefore, it is an interrogative adjective. It's an interrogative word which is being used as an adjective now. Whose team won the match? Whose followed by the noun team. Therefore, interrogative adjective being used to ask a question. What game do you want to play? What? followed by the noun. Interrogative adjective. Okay, so now we finished all those different adjectives. We finished adjective of quality, adjective of number, adjective of quantity. We finished demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, and now we're going to talk about possessive adjective. Now, first of all, right away, you should know the word possess. To possess something means to something belongs to you or to own something. So the word possessive or possession is always to deal with ownership. Okay. So possessive adjective indicates ownership or possession. Okay. Possession is that you own something, right? So it suggests that something belongs to someone or something. Okay. For example, doesn't have to only belong to somebody. The For example, the legs of the table, the keys of the piano. Okay, the blades of the fan. It can all this can be something that belongs to something and not just to a person. All right, ownership. So you have possessive adjectives, okay, which are usually used before a noun. For example, my. You always refer to many things that you have, like my book, my time, my classes, okay, his table, her computer, then their house, and for example, your motorcycle. So these are uh, pronouns which usually come before the noun and act as adjectives. Okay, so that is my car. Car is the noun, and before it, you get the pronoun my. It is being used as a possessive adjective to show ownership of the car. This is their house. There is a pronoun which is coming before the noun house, and it is being used as an adjective. Okay? It is an adjective in this situation. Shows who the house belongs to. It is their house. Our room is clean. Let's say me and my sister, we have a clean room. So we're talking about our room, shows that the room belongs to us. Our, followed by the noun. So in this case, there are two adjectives. There is the adjective clean. I'm sure you have guessed by now, clean describes how our room is, and therefore it's an adjective of quality. This is her kitten, nobody else's. The kitten belongs to her. Her comes before the noun and shows ownership. It is a possessive adjective. Is this your bag? Your comes before the word bag. Therefore, your is a possessive adjective in this sentence. But remember, if it is not, if the pronoun is not followed by a, a noun, it is not an adjective at all. I took his pencil. His is followed by the noun pencil. Therefore, we know whose pencil it is. His is a possessive adjective. I love my mom. It's nobody else's mom, not yours, not hers. My mom shows whose mom it is. Possessive adjective my, and mom is the noun. So now we finished possessive adjectives, and now we are going to go to distributive adjectives. Now, distributive adjectives are very easy to remember: each, every, either, neither. Okay, so when you use each in front of a noun, we are kind of speaking for everything else in the group. For example, if I say each child, I'm talking about all the children, let's say in school or in this room. If I say each animal in this farm, I'm talking about all the animals in the farm. If I say every child in school, I'm talking about all the children. So it's usually put before a noun to refer to all the members of that group. Like when I say all, each child, all the children. Each animal, all the animals. Each bear in these woods are brown. Talking about all the bears in the woods. Okay, so it is these are called distributive adjectives. Okay, so for example, each boy was given an apple. It means that every single boy was given an apple. Just by using each, you have indicated already that every single boy was given an apple. Okay, each boy in the group was given an apple. So each, every, either, neither. Every nation is proud of its culture. It means all the nations of the world, each one of them are proud of their own culture. Neither girl won the prize. Neither is the distributive adjective followed by the word girl, noun. So it shows that there are girls who went for a competition, but none of them, neither of them won the prize. Okay, by using the distributive adjective neither. Then you have either child can collect the prize. Okay, now let's say that these children have won a prize for the best dance. Now, who's going to go on stage to collect the prize for the whole group? Either child can go. Okay, maybe there are two children who were the lead dancers. Does Ritik have to go, or maybe Karishma has to go? Either of them that can go. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, so wash your hand after each meal. After every single meal, you have to wash your hand. Each followed by meal. It's a distributive adjective. He watches TV every day. How many days does he watch TV? Every day. Okay. Wash your hands before every meal. Okay. So each, every, either, neither are distributive adjectives. And lastly, we come to proper adjectives. Okay. Now, proper adjectives, you all know what proper nouns are. Okay. Now, common nouns are when we speak about any particular noun in general, a girl, a boy, a phone, a school, for example. But when each of them have a special name, we call them proper nouns. And in this case, every single country or sea, ocean, etc., has a special name. Okay, and when we make adjectives out of these proper names, like names of countries, names of brands, etc., we create a proper adjective. Okay, now for example, and they have to be capitalized. Super important point. Okay, for example, Spain is the name of a country, starts with a capital S. Now, from that, you take the nationality, which is Spanish. So anything connected to Spain is called Spanish, also written with a capital S. Okay, starts with a capital letter. Spanish food, Spanish clothes, Spanish women, Spanish men, Spanish monuments. So when you put a word created from a proper noun before a noun, it is called a proper adjective, and it is always, always capitalized. Okay. I love Chinese food. Food is from China. The word you get from China is Chinese. Anything connected to China is Chinese. Food. So Chinese is capitalized. Food is from China. Chinese food. It is a proper adjective. German cake is very tasty. The cake is from Germany. That's why it's called German cake. It's taken from a proper noun, Germany, starts with a capital G, and it is a proper adjective because the noun that follows it is cake. The African drums are loud. Drums from Africa. That's why you say African, proper adjective, because it's followed by drums. There's another adjective there, loud. How are the African drums? Loud. Therefore, loud is an adjective of quality. Excellent. I like Russian music. Music from Russia. That's why you say Russian. Understood? Russian is followed by the noun music. Therefore, Russian is a proper adjective. Indian culture is interesting. Culture from India, therefore you say Indian, proper adjective. There's another adjective called interesting. How is the culture in India? Do you know? It's interesting. How is the culture? Adjective of quality. Mexican food is very spicy. Food from Mexico. Therefore, Mexican followed by the noun food. Mexican is a proper adjective. How is the food? Spicy. Spicy. Adjective of quality. And we come to the end of our lesson. That's all, folks, for now. I'll be creating a new video shortly, which will be on gender. Okay. So please go through this video and just read it. Just watch it. It'll give you an idea. It'll help you revise for your exams. I'm going to stop sharing now and I'm going to say tata and bye bye. And go out of this and go back to the meet. And I am going to stop the recording. Okay. So happy watching and please revise. Okay. Do well for Monday.